Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in again today. We are just making our way through our countdown to our holiday release. I can't believe the new products are going to be up in the store in just a couple of days. Today I'm popping in with a video to show you another new product that we have coming out. This is a set of stencils called Flappable. And I've been really into decorating my own envelope flaps lately. I've loved to sponge ink on them and color them, stamp on them. And I thought it might be really fun to create a set of stencils that allows you to decorate your envelope flaps. And so that's where the Flappable stencil collection came from. So in this set there are 4 stencils. There is a snowflake pattern, a diagonal stripe which can be used to create stripes, but you can also stencil it one way and then flip it around and stencil the other way, and you get kind of this gingham plaid. And then there is a really pretty floral, poinsettia floral that coordinates really nicely with our With Love at Christmas set that we have coming out as well. And then there is just a basic scallop design, which will stencil kind of a solid pattern. You can also think about mixing and matching a couple of different stencils. And so here on this one, it's kind of subtle. I hope you can see it on the camera. But I first stenciled with the scallop, and then I stenciled again. I left the stencil in place and laid the snowflake stencil over top of that scallop, and then added just a little bit of pattern in there. So this set of stencils is designed to coordinate with 5.5 bar envelopes, baronial envelopes, which are the envelopes with the nice pointed pretty flap. And not all envelopes are the same, have the same angle, I have come to realize after doing a bit of research. And so we will be carrying our own envelopes in white and cream that match up with our stencil. And so you can get those in our shop. They'll be available with all of the other new products beginning on Friday. So let's go ahead and stencil a couple envelopes and see how these work. So I'll go ahead and get out my super dirty used set of stencils here, which have seen quite a bit of love already with all of my countdown projects. And so we will go ahead and use those. I'm going to use this floral stencil, and all you need to do is position the top straight edge, open up your envelope flap so it's open up like that, and then line up that straight edge along with the fold of the flap. You can actually kind of go ahead and line it up like this and then fold your flap outward, and then everything should be nicely lined up. And with these detailed stencils, the snowflake and this poinsettia pattern especially, I would really recommend using a stencil adhesive such as the Pixie Spray. I love this stuff. It helps secure all these little fine detail points on the stencil, and it makes it just so much easier to work with. So let's go ahead and sponge some ink on this envelope flap. You can play around with doing some gradient effects. I think Dawn did some really fun gradients on her envelope flaps. She just went to town. We actually got to craft together, working on our release projects together, which was super fun. We never get to do that, but we got to meet up at the Whatever Craft House in Kansas, and we got to actually craft together. And you should have seen Dawn whipping out her envelopes. She had about 20 envelopes done before the rest of us even had a piece of cardstock out, so that was pretty fun. But she did some really pretty gradients and classic Dawn colors. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm using Festive Berries Distress ink here. And after I have it all nice and smooth, I'm going to show you another thing you can do. Okay, so our sponging is all done. I'm going to leave my stencil in place, and I'm going to actually use it now as kind of a mask to do some stamping. So I'm pulling out, I have the little evergreen bough from the With Love at Christmas set, And I have a darker shade of ink. I have some aged mahogany here. You can use the same color if you are going to stamp over the top of your sponging. I went pretty heavy on my sponging here, but if you know that you're going to do some stamping, you can go a little bit lighter on your sponging and then use the same ink color. So you can see here, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp some of these pine branches right over top of that stencil, so that's going to act as a mask over these floral areas. And we'll pull that away and see what we have. So then we were able to add some pretty detailing to that as well using that stencil. So this is a really fun little stencil collection, and I have been having a ball using it. I hope you enjoyed this little video. This new product set will be available for purchase in the shop at thegreetery.com beginning on Friday, October 4 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Thanks everybody!